From LALATE News Headquarters in Santa Monica, this is Mornings LALATE.
It's a big morning from the shores of Santa Monica, California, as we enter a new week. Major breaking news left and right. One of the major stories we're dealing with this morning is Nord Stream 1, the pipeline that feeds all the energy to Western Europe, is staying off, says Russia. Oh boy, here we go. Major problems across the board. We'll have the latest details on that. But the great news is that there's a forced stimulus check in every U.S. state, and now this channel has found you 14 categories of stimulus, and that is 100 to 200 checks, $100 to $200,000. We'll go over the incredible sums of money you're not going to find anywhere else except here on LALATE. We have more companies downward guide this week. What do we have across the board today? All the latest details you need to know, and the range of your benefits. The huge range of your benefits, because inflation is still not easing down. Wage inflation was revealed on Friday, and your benefits are going to go up a lot based upon all this data. We'll have the latest details you need to know on a big morning of Mornings LA. What's going on with inflation? We'll be looking at that CPI, that PPI, the CPI coming out in just a few days from now, around September 10th. Then we'll be looking at the Personal Consumption Expenditure Index that was released last week and what it means for you. Plus, we'll be looking at what's going to happen on Thursday when the new jobless claims were released, as the unemployment rate has now fallen again and then gone back up. Wow, what a confusing narrative. And then that lifetime of stimulus heating up on this broadcast as well. But the big news breaking minutes ago is that the pipeline that feeds all of Western Europe, Nord Stream 1, off and staying off, says that Russian Minister of Economic Endeavor. We'll have the latest details of how that impacts you. But that's why you have to get that forced stimulus check in every U.S. state. It's great news today. 14 categories of 100 to 200 checks, $100 to $200,000. Big success stories over the weekend. I'm going to show you all the big money you can get. It's a big day. It's a big spot of money. From the shores of Santa Monica, California, the toast is toasting, the butter is buttering, the coffee is brewing, as Mornings LA kicks up to the feet for another day of September 2022, starting right now. And good morning, everybody. I hope you're having a beautiful day. It is September 6, 2022 from the shores of Santa Monica, California. I hope you're having a beautiful day. We'll be getting to that major breaking story in just a second of those 14 categories of stimulus checks in every U.S. state, 100, 200 checks. But I first want to lead with that major developing story. We don't know a lot about it just yet. All we know is that the major pipeline that feeds all the energy to Western Europe, that has been the topic of discussion on the channel for several months, has been offline for a routine maintenance that many fear would never end. Today it was announced it's not ending. The finance minister from Russia told broadcast media just minutes ago, we're not turning back on that pipeline, and it's all because of your sanctions of Russia. Major problems, because even if you don't live in Western Europe, they're an ally of us. Our economies are symbiotic. And that pipeline remains offline. They have nothing to keep them warmed in the winter months and nothing to keep their economy going. Big problems. We'll be touching back more on this in just a second. But the other major details are those great, incredible forced stimulus checks. I've been finding you big checks, and now we have expanded very dramatically as more stimulus has been passed by President, by Congress, and by private sector. We're going to go over all those incredible checks in just a second. But let's remember, this is now 14 categories of 100 to 200 checks. And this is the biggest payout we've ever seen in the history of this channel. It's on top of that lifetime of stimulus. For you, if you're on benefits, wow, we're going to go over all these incredible sums of money. Say the second half. Make sure you become a member. Go on this video, become a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Parrot, Casino VIP, to get these incredible checks, which we're going to go over in just a second. We start today also with a major developing story hitting left and right, which is the Treasury yields. A new report released minutes ago sent the Treasury yields into a tailspin. Let me tell you that breaking news report. It's just minutes ago, and what did it say? It was a report that came in from the Institute of Supply Management that said the Purchasing Managers Index, the PMI, came in higher than expected, 56.9 compared for the month of August, beating a Dow estimate of 5.5 expected. So this is big news. And that is why Wall Street is pulling back, because they believe the Federal Reserve is going to come in more aggressively now that they hear that news. Right at the moment, the Treasury yields are trading up based upon that news. The Treasury yields, the 3-year, are up 3 basis points for the 10-year note, 3.227, and also the 2-year Treasury note up as well. Let's jump over to the earnings front. More companies downward guiding or giving you worries about this economy. Let's look and see what we have today. Norwegian Cruise Lines featured on LA Live in the ticker nightly. No, they're up 1.8% in pre-market trading based upon a stifle call that says the cruise industry is have a long-term buying opportunity. Wow, so that's really good news on them. Then we have CVS Health. You know that company. They have now agreed to acquire home healthcare company Signify Health for $8 billion. Wow. And then if you like a Porsche, well, you can go buy the stock, because Volkswagen is going IPO, going public with the Porsche brand. Really exciting, and you may want to buy a beer for that as well, because Budweiser's parent company, Anheuser-Busch InBev, was upgraded by HSBC minutes ago, and the stock is trading up 2.4%. Wow, interesting, left and right. Those comments from that those comments from that Kremlin spokesperson, Dmitry Peskov, are shocking. He basically admits that Nord Stream 1, which is the pipeline that feeds all the energy to Western Europe, keeps the homes warm and hot in the winter months, will stay off because of our sanctions of them. Problems in pumping arose because of the sanctions imposed against our country and against a number of other companies by the Western allies, including Germany and UK. He singled them out left and right. We don't know the impact directly on the U.S. economy yet. Remember, this is natural gas. This is not gasoline at the pump. We'll be analyzing the gasoline at the pump in just a second. Now, the other major story that hit going into the weekend was inflation. Really interesting. When we got the latest details on inflation from the August payroll number. The August payroll number released Friday, and we were looking for more jobs created in this U.S. economy. We did not get it. In July, the U.S. economy generated in private sector 526,000 new jobs. What do we get in August? Only 315,000. Whoa, that's a major drop. Even lower than the Wall Street is expecting, 318,000. But it's one of the component part numbers that I really want to focus on instead. Wages. Wages went up, Purple Hawks, month to month. Oh, this is great news for you, Purple Hawks. Why? Because when they went up month to month, that signals that wage inflation is still going higher. And in fact, it went up 5.2% year to date, up 0.3% month to month. This is big news for you because your benefits are going up a lot. We'll analyze that in a second. The other major number in there was the unemployment rate. White House was trying to tell you that there's no recession because we have the lowest unemployment since 1969. Can no longer say that, as the unemployment rate tracked up 0.2 of a percentage point to 3.7%. So let's go back to that wage inflation. This is really exciting, folks, because remember, if wages are going up, that's another component of inflation to suggest your benefits are going up a lot. First, let's go over what's going on with your benefits. Your benefits are definitely going up. We already know that, and that's what we call this lifetime stimulus on this channel. Lifetime stimulus, because let's say your benefits go up 10%. They wouldn't just go up 10% this year. It would be a lifetime, because once they go up, they never go down. But what have we been watching? We have been watching how high they could go up. Let's go over the details right now. Your benefits are definitely going up based upon the data from July, August, and September. This is you if you're on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, Railroad benefits. Some of you 5,000, some of you less, some of you more. Direct deposit, otherwise in the mail. We're going to go over how much in a second, but let's take it back to the implications, and where it started from. Inflation. Inflation has been going higher for a long time. I was the first to say it was going to get to 8% in December last year. It was, and I said it was going to be persistent. And what happened? May, 8.6%. Wow, highest of a generation. June, get ready for this one, 9.1%. My goodness. And then when we went to July, it pulled back a little bit, 8.5%, but your benefits are going up a lot. That's great news. In June, the CPI beat, the PPI beat, and the retail sales beat. But in July, released August 10th, and last week, the CPI headline number fell, component parts went higher, PPI was flat, and retail sales was flat. So this is huge news for you and your benefits. Let's go over why. Your benefits are going up a lot, largest of a generation. You, if you're on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, railroad benefits, and veterans benefits. 3 months of data determines how much they're going up. July released August 10th. August released September 10th, we're just a few days away approximately. And then September released October 10th. Direct deposit, otherwise in the mail, you don't have to do anything for this across the board. So how much are the benefits going up? The Seniors League, when looking at the data, released August 10th for that July CPI of 8.5%, said your benefits would go up about 10.1%. What does that mean for you? If your benefits are $1,000 a month, that would mean your benefits go up $1,100 to $1,100 a month. If your benefits are $800 a month, they would go up to $880 a month. But do I agree with that? Well, let's jump in the live chat right now and let's discuss. Wages are going up. That's what we got with this data release going into the weekend. Wages are going up, so that's a component of inflation. Rent, we don't know. We really do need to know because rent is 30% of the inflationary benchmark of CPI. What about milk and eggs? You know, I was at the supermarket last night and the milk has come down, but the eggs have gone up. I don't know what's going on with those chickens. I don't know with those chickens. They're just, they got to hatch their 2 eggs in a basket. I was trying to make a joke there. It fell apart. I was trying to make an egg joke. The eggs are going up and the milk is going down, at least what I saw. And then what about the other component parts? Well, the gasoline. International price of Brent crude has fallen a lot. It was, 104 about a week ago. Now it's 95. And domestic unleaded, interesting, it's down, but some people may say it goes up. Do I believe the Seniors League number is a little bit conservative? I do think it's a little conservative. I think at 10.1%, print could be higher. And you know what really depends, what this depends upon? There's a hurricane in the fall that sends those refineries offline. I think this is really one of the major issues that could send your benefits up a lot. And remember, we have data that we can watch, but we can also watch the supermarket. The data we have so far, Purple Hawks, is the PPI flat, the retail sales flat, and the personal consumption expenditure index all flat. Great news. That's big news for your benefits. Now, if inflation is so high, that's, my friends, why you have to become a member. Go into this video, become a member, Purple Hawk, Purple Power, and Calcino VIP, and say this big second half as we go over these incredible checks. Why? You need them. If inflation is going to track high into next year, you need those incredible checks. And how much checks? How many checks? How much money? Let's go over the details right now. It is 100 to 200 checks, $100 to $200,000 past in the month of March, and now 14 categories. We had just less than 3 categories a month ago. That's how quickly this channel is expanding. Let's go over everything you need to know about this stimulus, starting right now. The first 3 checks were passed by the President of the United States by executive action. Passed in the month of March, and I label them checks A, B, and C, federal stimulus. About $100,000 from these first 3 categories, A, B, and C. And those first 3 categories have over 100 checks in there. You qualify. Viewers have gotten them. Single individual, $75,000 less, go get it. Married couple, $150,000 less, go get it. And if you're on benefits, go get it. If you have children, if you don't have children, go get it. How do you get it? You go into the video, become a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, Calcino VIP. Get these first 3 categories of checks that viewers have been getting since the month of March. Checks A, B, and C. Then, we got more checks, more categories. Thereafter, the breaking news right now is that forced stimulus is now expanded to hundreds of different checks. What happened? What happened was back 3 weeks ago, Congress passed 7 new categories of stimulus, and I labeled them E through K. Lots of money. We're going to go over those 7 new categories of stimulus in just a second. Then, 2 weeks ago, I found stimulus L and M. And last week, I found a stimulus N and O. And I got to tell you, N is one of the most exciting stimulus you've ever seen on this channel. I know because I know what you like, and I like coffee, but you like free internet. And you like laptops and computers and things like that. Go into this video, become a member, Purple Hawk, Purple Power Casino VIP. Get that membership newsletter Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and that is where you will see the applications for those hundreds of checks passed. You want to get these incredible sums of money from the shores of Santa Monica, California. It's that massive stimulus. By becoming a member, what do you get? You're part of the Purple Power community, and you get those incredible sums of money. This is massive stimulus. On top of that, a lifetime of stimulus. And one of the other benefits of becoming a member, of course, is the membership newsletter and everything in that membership newsletter. And one of the great things in the membership newsletter are the worksheets. The worksheets are down in around the third line of the membership newsletter, and here they are. It's a PDF you can print out from your cell phone or computer or download it. And let's go over the latest details of what we know about your items today in the breaking news that impacts the worksheets. Page 1 of the worksheets, inflation, recession, labor, and the Federal Reserve. First, inflation. Well, component barred, wages went up. We'll be watching that inflation data this week, and certainly we're just days away from the next CPI print. But remember, we have to look at the component parts of the CPI, not just the headline. Recession, we're clearly in a recession. Housing recession, economic recession, 2 negative quarters of GDP growth. Labor, Thursday, the new jobless claims will be released. Last week, they tracked a little bit lower, 230,000. It tracked up a lot, from 144,000 in April to 260 just a few weeks thereafter. Then pulled back to 240, 245, but pulled down to 230. But the unemployment rate has gone up, and it's no longer the lowest number since 1969. And the Federal Reserve is fascinating. I'll have more about this on a brand new afternoons at 3 o'clock and a brand new evenings at 5 o'clock. Here's what you need to know. I'm predicting the Federal Reserve will have 75 basis point increases in all those FOMC meetings starting in September all the way through December and potentially longer thereafter. Wall Street is betting against this, and this is why Wall Street continues to crash. It's up a little bit at the moment, relatively flat, just a few points up. Wall Street has betted against the Federal Reserve and betted against you and I, because the Federal Reserve has made very clear they're going to do those interest rate spikes till they get to their target, a 2% inflation. They've been trying to get it to 2% inflation since January. It's 8.6%. It doesn't move that quickly. So this is pretty obvious that when Wall Street says the Fed's going to pivot and stop doing it, Wall Street has it wrong. We'll go over the implications of that on afternoons at 3 o'clock. The next page of the worksheet is the one that's winning for viewers. It's a page for you to keep track of all the stimulus you're applying for, and you got a lot to apply for. Let's recap how much stimulus I have for you right now and how this is so different than what was on this channel no less than 30 days ago. Check A is one category check and one check, so we call that 1 and 1. Check B and check C is not a 1 and 1. It's one category, but about 100 checks in B and C, and check C has 12 places to find it. E through K are 1 and 1, 7 categories and 1 check in each of those 7 categories. L and M, N and O are, some of them are 1 and 1, but the other parts are not. So there's a lot of stimulus. That is 200 plus checks, folks, and check C has 12 places to reach out to. That's why I encourage you to print out multiple copies of this page. It was created when we only had 3 categories of checks, and now we clearly have more than 3 categories. Dragon, longtime viewer, member, and triple member to all 3 channels to this family of broadcasting. She got $148,000 by filling out these pages. Margaret has done really well. She was the first triple member to LA 1 and LA 2 and LA 3. Barbara became a double member over the weekend, and another viewer became a double member just minutes ago. I'll go over who it is on Evenings LA tonight in prime time. Congratulations to her. She knows who she is. But In addition to Dragon, we had Lingland, who got 12 months of utilities, on top of another viewer who got 12 months of utilities. Two viewers getting 14 months of rent. And then we have a viewer out of Florida. Then we have Spelly, who got check A and check C. We have two viewers out of Florida who got 14 months of mortgage, and one viewer got 14 months of mortgage plus all her utilities. It should be 18 months of mortgage plus all her utilities. 18 plus 5 checks a month, approximately. That is 8,100 checks. That is insane. That is over $100,000. That's a lot of money. I'm going to show you how to get more about that money in your wallet in the big second half. The next page is the worksheets. You can run the numbers on your benefit raises, 10.1%. You would times, if your benefits went up 10%, it would be times 1.10. You can run those calculations in the worksheet table in there to help you across the board. In the big second half, we're going to go over all these incredible checks you deserve. Checks A through O. 14 categories of checks, 200 plus checks, over $100,000. Big success stories. Plus, we'll be going over a preview of what's coming to LALATE 2 tonight. It's tonight on LA 2. Big excitement. I hope you're ready for it. And then I'll tell you what's coming to LA 3 as early as maybe tomorrow night. It's a lot of exciting programming. It's coming to this family of broadcasting channels. I'll see you back in 60 seconds as America's most watched show in prime in the morning. Mornings LA continues.
If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.la.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join LALATE Daily for the excitement of the new LALATE live daily. The excitement starts on Mornings LALATE at 9 a.m. Home LALATE returns at 11 a.m. daily. And then afternoons LALATE at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on LALATE.
And the excitement continues right now on a beautiful morning of Mornings LA for the coast of Santa Monica, California. Hope you're having a beautiful morning. I'm excited for you this September 2022. Did you become a member? Make sure you do. Go on to the video, become a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power Castino VIP. Make sure you keep your membership active and renew it, because we have gone from 3 categories of checks to 14 categories of checks, from 3 checks to 100 to 200 checks. $100 to $200,000. You're not going to see this anywhere else, because this is the only financial news channel that covers this in the American broadcasting family. In this big second half, we're going to go over all these incredible checks, but first, a surprise. Yes, coming tonight to LALATE 2 in prime time is your cast of characters you have loved. They are back with you tonight. Starting tonight for a 3-night run, we have 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock, Your Humor Broadcasting on LALATE 2. At 4 o'clock, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, you will have Calcino Season 1, Episodes 1, 2, and 3. That's at 4 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, tonight at 4 o'clock on LALATE 2. Then, at 4:30, right after Calcino, is Tier 2, tonight. Tomorrow, Tier 2, Episode 2, and the third night, The Lone Guy, back on Thursday night. Wow, just an incredible week. That is a 1-hour programming block on LALATE 2 tonight. If you like it, make sure you tune in, because we have a lot more programming coming to LALATE 2. That's humor for you across the board. And the deliciousness of stimulus heats up right now. We're going to go over all the incredible checks starting right now in this big second half. Did you become a member? Purple Hawk, Purple Parrot, Casino VIP. Let's go into those incredible checks starting right now. Check A is a $6,500 to $12,000 for stimulus check in every U.S. state. Single individual, $75,000 less, go get it. Married couple, $150,000 less, go get it. And how do you get it? You go under the video, become a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Parrot, Casino VIP. Get that incredible newsletter Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time via the YouTube alerts. Remember, if you're a member to LA1, LA2, or LA3, you get the newsletter from all three channels. Go down where it says check A and click the link and go get it. This is the check that Spella got. Then we're going to go get check B. Check B is the viewer out of Florida's have been getting, like Frank and the other viewer who got 80 to 100 checks. Huge. It is $15,000 to $80,000, but many viewers are getting more than that. Single individual, $75,000 less, go get it. Married couple, $150,000 less, go get it. Go under the video, become a member. Join this channel. Don't forget to subscribe. Tell your friends and family, come on over. Like the video, and then go down where it says where check B is, click the link and go right in and apply. Huge. That's $100,000 between check A and B. You're not done there yet. You're going to go get check C. It's for rent, utilities, mortgage assistance, and more. You go under the video, become a member. Then it tells you who to call, what to say, and how to say it. Check C has 12 different places to get money from for 80 to 100 checks. And that's why viewers of this channel have been getting big sums of money from Check C for nearly 2 years. It predates fourth stimulus. It predates third stimulus. Let's look at the incredible success stories that viewers have gotten for Check C. From Nisi all the way up to Elizabeth for $30,000 for rent. You wouldn't think, go get Check C. For utilities. For Mark's brother-in-law getting $15,000. Lynn Glenn getting 12 months of utilities. Another viewer getting 12 months as well. Mark's brother-in-law getting $250,000 over 10 years for SNAP. And then the combinations. Nisi went from $23,000 to $50,000. Mark went from this graphic to $166,000. And Lorraine was at this graphic from $105,000. And then she went to $155,000. That's why you have to become a member. Go right in this video, become a member. Now, in addition to checks A, B, and C, which are the first three categories of checks, debuted on this channel back in the month of March, we have E through K. E through K became law by act of Congress 3 weeks ago, and let's look at those E through K checks right now. E is $7,500, F is $4,000, G is 30% off, H is $2,000, I is $8,000, J is $8,000, and K is $14,000. Just deliciousness. But in addition to those checks, which I found for you in that incredible bill passed 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, I found you checks L and M. You ready for L? Well, L is really great. It's $100,000 on average. Yes, $100,000 on average of loan interest free money for the purchase of a home. Then check M is free money for you. It is $4,000 of closing costs. It's all your money to keep. It's huge. And yes, it's about $4,000 in closing costs. That was found by me on this channel 2 weeks ago. Then last week, I found checks N and O, stimulus N and O, and boy, the stimulus N, I think, is one of the most exciting stimulus I've had on this channel for a long time, because I know what you like, I know what I like. I like coffee, free bacon, and you like free internet. And what is O? It's not bacon, it's free internet. N. N is the wonderful free internet, for some of you, discounted internet. And it's just absolutely incredible. But it gets better than that. Would you like a free computer? Well, here we go. O also includes $100 towards the purchase of a laptop, desktop, computer, or tablet from a participating provider. And since most tablets that are really good on the market are less than $100, this is incredible. Do you want a brand new tablet at home, a brand new computer? Well, get that stimulus N in the membership newsletter. N and O are together. And what is stimulus O? Let's go to that stimulus O right now. Stimulus O is too hard to believe. That's why it's an OMG. Stimulus O is zero down payment, zero closing costs, mortgage for the purchase of a first home. My goodness. No minimum credit score, no mortgage insurance required. That is insane. And that, my friends, is stimulus A through O. You're not going to see this anywhere else in the broadcasting landscape tonight. Stimulus A through O is 100, 200 checks, $100, $200,000. How do you get this? You go under the video, become a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, Casino VIP. Then get that incredible newsletter Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time via the YouTube alerts on any of the 3 channels. And with that, let me give you a wonderful surprise. Susie became a member to 2 channels just minutes ago as well. Susie is now a member to LALATE 1 and LALATE 2. She's a double member. She joins Barbara, who became a double member that same day on LALATE 1 and LALATE 2. If you become a double member or a triple member, I'll give you a shout out on camera. If I miss it, send me a private message, of course. The first triple member was Margaret, member to all 3 channels, LALATE 1, LALATE 2, and the second triple member was Dragon, triple member to all 3 channels. Who will be the next double or triple member? Next, other excitement coming to this family, LALATE 3 will have new shows coming, and what are they? On LALATE 3, we will be debuting a brand new show about the metaverse. You've heard about it a while on this channel, but it's finally coming. The greatest thing about the metaverse is that you don't ever have to buy anything, but you can go into the metaverse and have a lot of fun. You ready to have a lot of fun? It's a very fun, engaging show that shows you what the metaverse is, how to make money, the latest news about it, and how to actually make money as an investment in the metaverse with coins like Decentraland. It's a lot of fun, and you don't have to ever buy anything in the metaverse. It's just a lot of fun. The metaverse is an incredible environment in which you can engage with music and dance, art, and more for free. You're going to love this show. It's all about the metaverse. Then, coming to LALATE 3 as well is a lot of crypto programming. I owe you and you owe me a favor to jump into LALATE 3 to engage and watch those crypto shows. They're not coming today, but they're coming in a few days. Because on that in those crypto shows, you're going to see the latest details and the breaking news, and I want you to make LALATE 3 the biggest and the leader in crypto programming on the web. I want you to make LALATE 3 number 1 in crypto. So jump into LALATE 3 in the next few days as the shows roll out. Plus, there'll be a big show on stocks. Here is where we are today. The Federal Reserve is looking at those markets and saying, who said that I was going to pivot and stop those interest rate spikes? We have inflation at 8.6%. We need to get to 2%. You and I know how hard it is to get from 8.6 to 2. How quickly would it happen? Not quickly at all. By the end of this year, potentially not. And if those interest rate spikes continue into next year, which looks very likely at the current state, then your debt will be very expensive. I've been telling viewers since early this year to get rid of all your debt at home, your debt in the business, your debt anywhere. Get rid of the debt, because as the Federal Reserve raises those rates, the markets are going to crash. What's going to make it different on LALATE 3 is that when you invest in stocks, when you invest in crypto, you need to know what's going on that impacts those markets. And that's what's called macroeconomics. You need to know what's going on with the Federal Reserve. You need to know what's going on with labor. You need to know what's going on with Nord Stream 1, the pipeline feeding the gas to Western Europe. And you already know that because you already watched this channel. That's why the crypto programming and the stock broking app outside of this channel doesn't work. It doesn't work because it just tells you, I like this coin. But what happens if the Federal Reserve raises interest rates higher than expected? The coin devalues. And they don't tell you that because they don't understand that's going on. You already understand that. So that's why you're ahead of the ball game. And that's why you're going to have so much fun on LALATE 3 with the metaverse, cryptocurrency, stocks, and currently, of course, airing Wall Street Live. But for tonight, for September 6, 2022, I will look to see you at 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock on LALATE 2 for a double dose of 2 shows of humor programming, starting with Calcino Season 1 and then going to the Tier 2 right after that. If you make those shows really popular, I have a lot more of humor programming to get you into on LA2. Moreover, if you like the time slot, tell me what other time slots you'd like to see programming on LA2. Of course, there's no programming on this channel, LA1, at 4 o'clock, so that's why I'm putting it at that time zone. From the shores of Santa Monica, California, we got a lot of shows coming up today. On LA1, you're going to see Noontime coming up right after this video. If you're watching this video when it airs originally, it'll send you right in there. On LA Live, on LA1, you're going to see a brand new show air if you're not watching it right now. Over on LA2, you're going to see brand new Stimulus Live airing. And then at 3 o'clock, you have a brand new afternoons and a brand new evenings, of course, on LA1. From the shores of Santa Monica, California, we got a great lineup of shows today. Make sure you subscribe to all 3 channels. And if you become a double member, give me a shout out. I'll give you a shout out on air. From the shores of Santa Monica, California, don't forget to become a member. Get those incredible stimulus. Join the channel. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, Calcino VIP. And I'll see you throughout the day as the news continues on LALATE.